Hello, hello. We are back with another Madden 18 2017 2018 NFL playoff simulation earlier today, and it's already on the YouTube channel. You can skip through it. I wouldn't hold it against you. It's over 2 hours long because we simulate the full fucking games. We did a simulation of the Falcons and the Rams wild card matchup where in the simulation the Rams won 24-20. In real life, I'm picking the Falcons. Call me biased, but I don't think I'm totally biased. I think that's just my professional, I'm not a professional. My opinion. I was going to say my professional opinion that the Falcons will win. Madden thinks I'm wrong. Madden works in mysterious ways, so we're going to see what happens here. This game is a little more intriguing than one would think, because for the better part of the season, it seemed as though the Chiefs were a house on fire, and not in a good way. It seemed like they were just imploding from within. Injuries on defense, just poor execution all around. They brought in Darrelle Revis to help out because this defense is just so soft. I got to be real with you. Whoever wins this game probably ain't going to go much further. And my pick for this game is the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs to win. I don't trust the Titans. The Chiefs have playoff experience, and they've won in the playoffs in recent years. It's Andy Reid. Andy Reid has no problem winning wild card playoff games. I mean, come on. Let's set the weather to the correct. Let's see, it was mostly sunny is what the forecast said. And let's just watch and see what happens in this simulation. The Falcons-Rams simulation was boring for 3 quarters, but holy shit, in that 4th quarter, it sure caught on fire. And both of these teams, especially the Chiefs, have a weak defense, so we'll see how this goes. Actually, I need to, fuck. If DeMarco Murray's starting, we can't do this. I got to go back and change that. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to have to back out of this, because DeMarco Murray's not going to play Saturday night, and that's a big deal. 20 years from now when this game loads. Go ahead and tell you DeMarco Murray's not going to play. Why does Madden 18 take so long to load? This is PS4. This is like now.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere
I want to pause
inside
it.
Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
I want to pause it. It's not letting me pause it.
For a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee
I want to pause
Titans
it
and the Kansas City Chiefs.
because this is not.
Now Ryan Suckup, the former
How come it
Chiefs
just won't let me
kicker,
pause?
is ready to go, and we are
It's a video.
too.
It's my
We're
game.
from
I know I'm not
Arrowhead.
playing,
This
but
is taken just
I
shot.
should be able to pause this. Thank you. We got to exit and make sure that DeMarco Murray's not in the lineup. Now, I know that the lineup probably ain't going to be 100% correct anyway, but when you have a big player like DeMarco Murray, who's very key to what the Titans like to do, I think it would be a disservice to sit here and do this simulation with him in the lineup, because that's their running game. Now, Derrick Henry's great and everything, but it's a whole different deal when you've got a two-headed monster running back like Derrick Henry and DeMarco Murray. Although DeMarco Murray's starting to show some wear and tear. So we just moved Murray down to 3rd on the depth chart because Derrick Henry's going to be getting the start. Let me make sure it stayed. Derrick Henry gets the start. And DeMarco Murray start. Okay. DeMarco Murray, you see, I saw his overalls down to 82. That just shows you the kind of year he had. He's been banged up, and he hasn't been himself. Last year, I think I sold him. I could have had him in fantasy last year, but I passed on him. Because I was like, well, he had a down year with the Eagles. Then again, it was Chip Kelly's shit high school level offense. Titans, Chiefs, take 2. This time we're going to start this shit for real. It is hot in here all of a sudden. I got to turn my air on. I can't believe I'm turning my air on. It's so cold outside. But it feels hot in here right now. Yes, I thought I clicked yes. Mostly sunny. Clear. Alright, let's watch. Titans, Chiefs. I don't really have much to say about the Tennessee Titans because there's not a whole lot to say. They're not that good. The Chiefs at their best are really good, but they're clearly not 100%. But they should win this game. And then most likely, if my other prediction is correct, I'm picking the Bills to beat the Jags. I know it's crazy. I'm picking the Bills to beat the Jags. But you got to think, one of these games, maybe two of these games this weekend, is not going to go the way the majority of people think, because that's just the way it is. That's how 2017 is more than any other year. So I'm picking the Falcons to beat the Rams and the Bills to beat the Jags, because everybody else expects the opposite. Something is going to go awry, and one of these teams is going to squeak through that you wouldn't expect. The Titans, I just don't think they're that team, to tell you the truth. I have zero faith in the Tennessee Titans.
Both quarterbacks have reliable tight ends. They know they'll be able to count on to make plays. It's Walker's Titans going up against Travis Kelce's Chiefs. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from
I really hope my headset's still on.
in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead.
It's going to be loud in Arrowhead, but they couldn't have an easier opponent. What's the cure for a struggling team? Oh yeah, an inconsistent team like the Titans.
And welcome again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Larry, he took a moment to highlight the tight ends that we're going to see in this one. I know in our production meeting we were talking about what we wanted to highlight pregame. And you said tight ends. Why did you
the
say
Titans
that?
are just such a meh team. Before the year, I picked the Titans to make the playoffs. I had them as my 6th seed in my late August, early September predictions. I had the Titans making the playoffs. So I was right about that, but I did expect a little more out of them than what they played down the stretch. They were pretty sloppy. And anytime they played a team like the Steelers, they just got killed by the Steelers. I still maintain that this just feels like the Steelers' year.
Adoree Jackson on the return. And his guys will get the football.
So the Titans will start at the 20. Now, if they were ever going to have a chance to get hot on offense, it would be here against the Chiefs. That's for damn sure, because the Chiefs have played pretty bad defense. And that just goes all the way back to week 1 when Eric Berry got hurt. He was the first one to go down. Ew, look at those Jaguars celebration points in the highlights. Oh my God. That is awful.
Kind of put a wrench in what they were hoping to do down the stretch, but focus on Mariota. Hasn't been the year that he had hoped for.
Marcus Mariota has regressed this year. I don't know. There was a point in the year where he was injured. He was playing hurt. I remember they played the Colts on a Monday night game, and they said that Mariota had some kind of leg injury, and he couldn't scramble and couldn't run around. He had to sit back there like a statue and throw from the pocket. And he can do that to an extent, but we all know a guy like him is better off when he can be mobile and extend plays and run. And he hasn't been able to do that as much. Now, recently, he's kind of turned it on as far as being a runner. He single-handedly just about botched and gave away Tennessee's playoff ticket when I think it was him and Derrick Henry had that fumbled handoff that got the Jaguars back in the game last week.
And they operate as a terrific unit.
God, if I knock my fucking shit off one more time, I'm going to have a shit fit.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry.
Oh, there you go. There's that Chiefs defense I told you about. It's carried over into the video game.
For a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that.
Derrick Henry is a really good running back. I'm a fan. Alabama has just turned into a football factory, so
1st and 10.
if a running back comes from Alabama, like Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry, take him. Take him if you can get him.
Mariota gives to Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Marcus Peters has been named first team.
And I was talkative in this one because, like I said, I don't give a fuck about the Titans. And the Chiefs are just the Chiefs.
2016 last season, that dropped to 6.
The Chiefs have been the Chiefs for as long as I can remember. Uninteresting. Haven't done a whole lot. And Andy Reid continued his great tradition that he had in Philadelphia of coming up short in championship games and big moments. See his choke job against the Colts of all teams a couple of years ago. I hope that that game that I just mentioned was not the highlight of Andrew Luck's career. I know it's a little off topic, but that 24-point comeback against the Chiefs. I hope that's not the last thing we remember of Andrew Luck being great. That's a whole other can of worms. But yeah, the Chiefs are known for choking to the Colts. Good grief, the Colts are chokers. You choke to the chokers. It's like a handful of teams in the NFL. The Falcons are one of them. It's like, wow, they choke a lot. But don't forget the Colts. And a team like the Titans has choke written all over it as well. I'm not giving them a pass.
A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota.
Why is Murray in the game?
And able to find Decker.
That's bullshit. Murray's not playing. I've tried to put him down the depth chart to keep him out. Anyway, we'll just ignore that. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, honestly. I'm picking the Chiefs to win regardless of what happens in the simulation.
Charles, they picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
But as you're seeing here, you can move the ball on the Chiefs.
Red blitz.
It's a damn shame DeMarco Murray's not going to play.
So he doesn't get hit back there. He's
as
got
Mike Mularkey, former Falcons offensive coordinator. I'd rather have him than fucking Sarkisian. Who were third in the league in rushing with Mike Mularkey one year. Pretty sure he was a coordinator in Matt Ryan's rookie year.
Mariota on first down.
Oh.
And his throw is
inaccurate.
Incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's second
Interesting thing about this game is that it's going to be on ESPN. So John Gruden, soon to be head coach of the Oakland Raiders, world's worst kept secret in football, he's going to be calling the Chiefs-Titans game. And if I'm the Chiefs, I'm like, I don't want John Gruden in our facility. He can call the game, but I wouldn't want John Gruden hanging out at Arrowhead and going to Chiefs practices all week. Considering he's about to go to Oakland here soon, it would certainly seem. Did you remember this year, Greg Olsen was injured a lot, and while he was out and not playing for the Panthers, he went and did some work for Fox. He called a game. I think he called the Vikings and the Bears. I think it was the first game between them. I can't remember. It was the Vikings and somebody. And the Vikings wouldn't let Greg Olsen into the facility during the week. Because when you're calling a game, you go and spend the week with each. You spend part of the week with both teams, learn about them. They tell you stuff. You get to interview them. And the Vikings didn't want Greg Olsen anywhere near there. Third down. And a conversion.
And he's going to get the first down as they
the
bring
Chiefs
him
are
down
rolling.
at the 23.
This game's off to a little more hot start than the Atlanta-LA game I simulated earlier.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to
I just think if this was any other year and the Chiefs defense was at 100%, I would give them a much better shot to go farther. The one thing they have going for them is that they beat New England, and they know how to beat New England. But the other problem is Pittsburgh's in the playoffs too, and Pittsburgh just seems to have Kansas City's number no matter what. Surprised that running back's not going to fumble. His overall is pretty low.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Next up, we'll probably do the Saints and the Panthers. I'm looking forward to that game too, because fuck both of those teams.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yards. They take
Third
him
and
down
long.
at the 26. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and
good penetration.
Yes,
I'm a 12-year-old. I still crack up whenever I hear a football announcer talk about penetration.
They'll They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this
Third and
opening
13.
drive. Third and goal.
This is not ideal for a team that kind of sucks on offense.
From the gun, Mario.
Oh, he's running.
He spins
Oh,
free.
spin move.
It comes
Oh, he
out.
fumbled.
Mario
Wow, and Darrelle Revis picked it up.
Picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50.
No.
The 40. He's at
Kendall
the
Wright's going to
30.
run him. No. Wow, that was pathetic. Touchdown Chiefs.
Has brought this one back. A fumble
Wow.
recovery for a Chiefs
What a turn of events. Mariota looked like he was going to make a great play, and he fumbled, and Darrelle Revis picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown.
A guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on
Hey,
defense
the first
loves
guy
to pick up
miss.
the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
That's the kind of shit the Titans have done all year. But then again, you know, this morning I was thinking to myself, like, Titans don't really deserve to be in the playoffs. But then I kind of looked at their games and compared them to, like, the Bills and the Chargers
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
and the Ravens. And I was like, well, you know what? I mean, they're no worse than anybody else that was in wild card
And his kick
contention.
is good to make
Because
it
the Ravens, at the
7-0
end of the day, I felt like the
KC.
Ravens were going to step up and be that team that's like, we deserve to make the playoffs. We're going to make it. And they totally shit the bed in the most important game. Then you go back and look and see that the Ravens lost to the Titans and things like that.
Fumble return for a touchdown.
And it's like, maybe I oversold I think I just oversold the Ravens based on past experiences. Because we all know the Ravens have come through big in the playoffs with John Harbaugh and Joe Flacco in the past. They're not that team anymore, I guess. I just got to accept that 2 out of the last 3 years, Cincinnati sent them home from the playoffs before the playoffs even started. The Ravens are not that team anymore. And they're about on the same level as, like, the Titans, who they lost to. So congratulations, Tennessee. I guess I shouldn't be shitting in the mouth of the Tennessee Titans so much because, they made it regardless. They're probably more deserving than the Bills. I'll say that much. The Titans are more deserving than the Bills.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
And a promising start here for the Titans goes to waste. Gonna keep this Chiefs defense out here a little while longer, though.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well.
I still can't believe the Chiefs won the AFC West because the middle of the season I just thought I left them for dead. Like, they were just losing brutal games, playing so poorly. But they went 10-6 in a very competitive division. That AFC West was really competitive amongst themselves. Outside the division, they weren't so good, but amongst each other, they all seemed to beat each other left and right. There was no team with a clear-cut advantage. Early in the season, you thought it was the Chiefs, and then boom, out of nowhere, the Raiders make a little bit of noise middle of the way. The Broncos looked really strong early. First 4 weeks of the season, the Broncos looked really strong. And then they kind of blew it. And then out of the blue, here come the Chargers, who started out 0-4. They get hot as the Chiefs are getting cold. Derek Carr's hurt. The Broncos disintegrated into a pile of shit, defecating on a football field weekly. And you think, man, I had the Chargers. Like, man, I like the Chargers. I think they're going to take this division. And then the Chargers come play the Chiefs at Arrowhead and just get annihilated. And then the Chiefs kind of resumed control, and things were back on track. So that AFC West was really unpredictable this year.
And after that completion,
I don't even know who half these receivers are for the Titans. That's how irrelevant their receiving core is. Apart from Eric Decker, and even he's not been good for them.
Matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Kind of shocked that this is a playoff game tomorrow. He's running again. I wish the AI was a better scrambler. Well, he better slide. AI, you should probably adjust and slide, considering he fumbled last time. So the Titans are moving the ball once again.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
2nd and 1. False start.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
We have not seen Alex Smith yet this entire game.
Back him up 5.
Let it quote John Madden, 2nd and 6 is a lot worse than 2nd and 1. Boom. Honor John Madden here.
After the penalty,
It'll be exciting to see, like I said earlier in the Falcons-Rams stream, it's exciting to see new teams in the playoffs, so I look forward to watching this game tomorrow with the Titans.
So they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
If I had to cheer for a team, I'd honestly cheer for the Titans
To be taken down
between these two.
gain.
Nothing against the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are just one of those teams that it's funny to watch fail. And as a Falcons fan, we're failures. I fully acknowledge that. But, the Chiefs, Falcons, Vikings, Eagles, we're kind of all in the same category. Chargers. It's funny to watch the same teams continually fuck up year after year. Oh, that's going to be 4th and 1, right? 4th and inches. Oh, wow, he was stopped just short. Be alert for the fake here. The AI will run a fake on you in certain situations. This would be one of those situations.
Now 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And the Chiefs don't look like they're alert for the fake. Earlier, when I was doing the Falcons-Rams, every other punt they were lined up in some kind of different coverage to be alert for a fake. Titans punted away. That was a piss-poor punt, 17 yards. What the fuck? That was pathetic. Finally, Alex Smith and the Chiefs. Alex Smith, at one point this year, was an MVP candidate, legitimately. He still had his best season ever. Alex Smith had a great year, statistically, despite the Chiefs struggling in the middle of the season. I'm getting tired of people throwing the blame on Alex Smith. Why do you pick on Alex Smith? What is everybody's deal with Alex Smith? He's won playoff games. Okay? He's a rock-solid guy. He wins games. He's proved this year he's capable of making big-time throws. We already knew he could do that, but he did them early this year on a more consistent basis. Gunslinger Alex. Ouch. That's not going to work too well. Seriously, Gunslinger Alex. That's what he was a lot of this year. He had to be. Good grief, they were getting shredded on defense. They've got the pieces on offense, too. Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
And he did that throughout 2017.
And once again, Alex Smith is the man that makes it all go. He makes it work.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs ain't going much anywhere right now.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. This is the offense we're going to see.
Earlier in that Falcons-Rams game, there was 7 turnovers, 5 by the Falcons, 2 by the Rams. They already had 1 today by the Titans. 3rd and 13. Well, that's not ideal.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
Interesting that the Chiefs,
from the gun, here's Smith.
And wisely, I would think, look out, sacked by Brian Arocco. The Chiefs, interestingly, did the right thing and rested their starters because they had nothing to gain this past week when they played Denver. And they still won. That just speaks to the piss-poor shape that Denver's in. Patrick Mahomes, who is good, young rookie, really talented. They won with Patrick Mahomes. I picked the Broncos to win that game. Like, yeah, they'll probably just sit everybody and they'll shit the bed. Maybe the Broncos will get one to end the year. No, they won with Patrick Mahomes. And people are still trying to run Alex Smith out of town, even though he's not responsible for like 99, I'd say 95% of their struggles this year have not been Alex Smith's fault.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away.
Here comes the punt.
He'll send this one
Hope it's better than the Titans
there,
punt.
it's a good one.
That's a damn good punt. What the hell?
With it is Jackson.
Oh, he made a man miss.
Second fake.
That was a pretty good
Give
punt.
him 11 yards that time on the return.
Here come the
And
Titans
it'll
for
be
the third
Titan
time in this
football.
game.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you get
Nah, 2 drives. One of them was a fumble and the other was a punt. Get it right. Come on, Madden, you're better than this.
Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
If the Chiefs lost this game tomorrow, I would be stunned. I got Judas by Fozzy stuck in my head. That's a good song. Props to you, Chris Jericho. That's totally random and off subject.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Here's Mariota. He's got Smith here.
Ooh. Breaks tackles to get the first
right around
down.
the 47 this time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both.
I don't know why I chose to talk over this. You guys really don't need me to talk over this. Plus, these are 2 teams I don't give a shit about.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Okay, my brother-in-law's favorite team is the Titans. That's my emotional attachment to the Titans here. That's why I'm kind of cheering for them tomorrow. Kinda.
Play action here on first
Play
down.
action. Oh, Mariota's running backwards. Throwing on the run. Intercepted! Second turnover of the day. Damn. Madden is turnover happy today. Like I said, we had 7 in the Falcons-Rams simulation. Now we've already got 2 in this one. When he took off and threw on the run, I knew that was going to be bad. I don't know where that ball was meant to go. Marcus Peters, excellent corner. Had a rough go of it lately. Didn't he get suspended by Andy Reid for like a week for acting like a jackass during the Jets game? When he threw the flag up in the stands.
Sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember
Titans have wasted golden opportunities to score.
Game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Not that the Chiefs are going anywhere.
There, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Right here, right now. It's a good Kiss song. The thing I said, my Dr. Pepper in my mouth is dry. Dry as a motherfucker for me talking so much today.
They run again with Hunt.
And they continue to go backwards. 4 carries, -8 yards.
So he loses 3
Arakpo's a force in this game right now. 2 tackles and a sack.
Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss. Another.
Brian Arakpo is a beast.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one
Way to go, Redskins. You let him get away.
Disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing
Where you can make like an all-pro, make a team of what the best free agents that the Redskins, Raiders, and whoever the fuck. That's all I can really think of right now. Teams that have let good players get away. Redskins and Raiders Pro Bowl team of the best players they've let walk out the door.
Play action. It's Smith.
Ryan Arakpo would definitely be on it. Here comes Gunslinger Alex taking off, and he's nailed. 7-yard run. Chiefs will punt.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, the Chiefs can't get going on offense. I think one of the problems with the Chiefs at the midpoint of this year, they got way too cute on offense. They got way too cute, too many gimmicky little plays. I think they just needed to get back to basics. That Andy Reid offense at its core is solid. And some of the trickeration's good, utilizing guys like Tyreek Hill. But when you've got Tyreek Hill throwing interceptions on a Monday night game against Denver, maybe it's time to just let the quarterbacks throw. How about that? Why don't we have the quarterbacks throw the ball, Andy?
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
We'll see what they have on tap for us tomorrow.
As they take over. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
The Titans have had no problem moving the ball in the simulation.
Just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can
take a nap sometime today.
Don't want to attack. We'll see.
Once again, I'm on a really unhealthy sleep schedule, as you know.
They begin with Henry.
Oh, Derrick Henry, big hole to the left side. Don't fumble.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18
Tennessee
yards.
finished the drive. You know, earlier in that Falcons-Rams game, late in the game, the Falcons moved the ball at ease, and then Matt Ryan with those stupid interceptions.
They've done that here in the first quarter.
Don't tell me the same fate's going to befall the Titans. Somebody's going to fumble or Mariota's going to throw another pick.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
First and 10.
Mariota.
Oh, wow, that could have been picked.
Here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Second and 1. Earlier, they had a second one. It had a false start.
And decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Oh, tripped up.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This will most likely end the quarter.
Predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way.
I'm so excited to see how many awkward moments in the booth tomorrow happen between John Gruden and Sean McDonough. Just how could Sean McDonough not poke fun at Gruden going to Oakland? I mean, it's the biggest elephant in the room ever. Chiefs Kingdom up 7-0.
As time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a
got
football
Charles
here
Davis
to begin
went to
quarter
Tennessee.
number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
They begin the second quarter with a 3rd down. Can the Titans stop choking on their own shit and get points on the board? Sources say no, but we'll see. Play action. Over the middle. It's caught. First down to the Chiefs 13. But they're not in the end zone yet, so they'll probably still turn it over.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every
Wasn't it Charles Davis and that guy talk about meetings with the Titans coaching staff that they've never had?
They expect a pretty good jump out
I
of him.
appreciate the effort with the realism, Madden. This new graphics engine that Madden was on this year is fantastic. Oh, Derrick Henry.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Colonel Rob Parker on the tackle. I'm kidding. Hope it's not that windbag Rob Parker they have on Undisputed. His Patriots are cheaters. I'm black and I hate Tom Brady because he's white. You'll never convince me that Rob Parker's hatred for the Patriots is not reverse racism, okay? Ball start. Titans are going backwards again. Good grief.
I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Second down.
Again, it's Henry.
Uh-oh, touchdown, finally, Derrick Henry. And after a promising first few drives gone wrong, the Titans break through.
The Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
Now watch them miss the extra point. If we were doing Super Sim, I guarantee they'd miss it. But I'm not a pussy. We're not Super Sim and shit. We're doing the whole game.
And he knocks it through.
Hey, shout out to Matt Castle there, backup quarterback. And Ryan Suckup, very underrated kicker. Kickers are the ultimate secret weapons on any good football team. Just ask the Seahawks. Fucking Blair Walls. Cost them the 2 games they would have needed to make the playoffs. They could have took the Falcons to overtime. They could have beat the Cardinals. But no, Blair Walsh just said, fuck that shit.
So a tie ball game here as the kicks away.
We are tied. Returnable. Doesn't go much of anywhere.
The 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Can the Chiefs get a yard?
The Chiefs offense now making their way.
Pretty sure they're still in negative yardage total.
This is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big.
The Titans are really underrated on defense. I looked at the Titans defense and it's like Logan Ryan and Brian Arakpo and that Jackson dude. What's his name? Kareem Jackson? I think that's his name. I feel like that's what's kept the Titans afloat this year and helped them limp into the playoffs.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt.
Except the Pittsburgh game, of course. But then again, there was a lot of turnovers in that Pittsburgh game. Mariota was a pick machine. Finally, positive yardage on the ground for Kansas City.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run again with Hunt.
Well, a yard.
Gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down.
Oh, well, he didn't hesitate there. He could have got a lot more.
To the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them.
Get upfield. Don't go east-west. Go north-south. Kareem Hunt. Come on. Anyway, it's finally a first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
Travis Kelce shot him finally.
And he'll bring it up here to
No disrespect to Travis Kelce as a player. He's one of the best tight ends in the game today. But he is also one of the biggest twats in the game today. Travis Kelce is just an insufferable bitch. And I will never feel bad anytime a defender lays his punk ass out. He is so annoying. Gronk is just a fun-loving dude. Now, what Gronk did to Tre'Davious White was wrong. And he should have been suspended for the entire remainder of the regular season after that happened. But Gronk's not quite the douchebag that Travis Kelce is.
Go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
They'll never convince me that he's not a complete tool.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Gunslinger Alec, that was a wobbler. Oh, that should have been intercepted.
Pass falls incomplete.
That was a wobbler.
The positioning here
Either
is
a
key.
wounded duck on that one.
You're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Ooh, touchback. Barely.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again, and the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. During the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay,
how about Darrelle Revis? Halfway through the year, he's sitting at home, basically retired, and then he gets pulled off the couch, and now he's in a playoff game.
Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold.
Oh, come on, Derrick Henry.
Let's see if he can heat up again.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On the counter, it's Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks.
Realistic, we have a Chiefs player injured.
Johnson dinged up a bit.
Oh, Lord.
Still down. Hopefully nothing
well, Madden
serious.
said it's going to happen, so sorry, Johnson, you're fucked.
And get an update when we return.
Derek Johnson, rest in peace. Third down. Sometime today.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
They've also turned it over twice.
Working out of the gun.
Oh, Mariota on the run. He's got it. Oh, lethal spin move.
All the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They can't contain Mariota on these random runs he does. And a spin move, though. Damn. He needs to slide, though. God damn it, he's going to fumble again. Uh-oh. Big run.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this
Chiefs defense looks alarmingly shit right now.
There, a first down gain of 26 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
So it looks like if this game stays the way it is, me and Madden might disagree. Madden says Rams, and it looks like it's saying Titans so far, but I'm still saying Chiefs.
He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
Oh my God.
And he'll be dropped at
that could have been a lot worse.
After a pickup of about 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
You know, these two teams played in the regular season last year, I think. I think it was last year, and it was a kick-ass game. I'm pretty sure it was the one from last year.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Where Andy Reid tried to ice the kicker, Suckup misses the field goal, but because Andy Reid called timeout, it doesn't count, and then they get another shot, and then Suckup makes it. And Andy Reid, even Andy Reid laughed. I remember that game. He was like, "Oh God damn it!" He outsmarted himself.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's like, "Yep, my bad."
From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
Oh, intercepted. You're kidding me.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie.
3 turnovers now.
They were already in field goal range.
That is unfucking believable. That was an inaccurate throw. What a adjustment by Marcus Peters.
And the Chiefs now getting
red zone turnovers.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off?
Now let's watch the Chiefs fail to get a first down.
And try and run some offense that way.
The only thing them turnovers are doing are keeping points off the board.
After the interception, here's Smith.
Gunslinger Alex throws to no one. The first overall pick in the 2005 NFL Draft throws nowhere.
So that pass goes awry, but to make a quick pivot before the game, you and I were going through the list of 1,000-yard receivers this year. Some familiar names, yes, but a couple that are back on the list and then a fresh face.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Now, you mentioned guys that we're used to. Antonio Brown, well over 1,000 yards again. No surprise there. Gronk, he gets it done. You know,
Alex Smith find the receiver.
But Michael Thomas,
nope. Good Lord.
Really nice rookie season.
Somebody put Vaseline on the football today? Is that what's going on?
And then you look at Keenan Allen and DeAndre Hopkins. Welcome back to the 1,000-yard list for both of them, because you expect them to be there each and every year. And finally, they'll welcome to the club an undrafted free agent from Minnesota State named Adam Thielen. You're exactly right. What a season he's had.
They were just talking about Adam Thielen. He's on my fantasy team this year.
On 3rd down.
Oh, and Alex Smith goes down. Good grief. The Titans should be blowing out the Chiefs right now. This game is frustrating. That Falcons-Rams game was frustrating for a long while earlier.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Pretty sure overall the Chiefs are probably still in the negative yardage category. We're waiting for a good blocked punt to happen. I haven't seen that happen at Madden in a while.
Here's Jackson. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return.
Tennessee should be up by like 20 by now.
Start this drive in great field position as they
stick with the run game, please.
And the Titans getting set to
Mariota's
go.
sucking ass right now.
Thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
What are they going to do this time? Is somebody besides Mariota going to turn it over?
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
There is something wrong with my digital copy of Madden. I've deleted it, uninstalled it, re-downloaded it, installed it again, all that shit, but it won't fix it. If I play a game in Foxborough Stadium, at Gillette Stadium in New England, and it reaches halftime, the game will crash. And it won't let me continue. It'll tell me all my shit's corrupt. And it doesn't matter what I do. I've deleted save file, started over, deleted the game, all that shit. It doesn't fix it. If I play a game at Gillette Stadium, it basically breaks the game. Does anybody else's copy of Madden do that, or is it just mine? That's just, oh shit, that's going to suck. I don't know if I'll be able to do my simulation for the Patriots playoff game. If that shit happens. Hopefully it just won't happen. That'd be a shitty way to end the stream, I guess.
Down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Because New England's going to have a home playoff game. I didn't think of that. Oh boy. I have to super sim like the last few seconds of the second quarter, I guess, just to make sure it doesn't happen.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Goody. Touchback.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this has been a miserable game.
And out come the
God, I hope it's better than this.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers.
Well, Chiefs, at least you haven't turned it over 3 times.
What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground.
He fumbled. Chiefs recover. Madden has the turnover bug today.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Smith going to give this one to Hunt.
Goes nowhere.
Can't find one. Stopped
10 carries, 4 whole yards. Kareem Hunt lighting it up here.
And they're left with a 3rd and 8. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Now Smith.
Oh, and he drops it. What a tool. He made a great adjustment to make the catch, and then he dropped it. And a boring game continues. Good grief.
Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Definitely need a break after this one before I ever do the other 2 wild card games.
Because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
A bronze leg.
This is fielded at the 27.
Oh, good punt. Hey, their punting game is strong today.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Titans defense, their efforts going to waste.
And go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you
turn
shake
my
things
air off
up?
now.
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
It really got that hot in this room to where I had to turn the air on.
Special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit
Not
something
shitting
big
you.
and get things going in the excitement area.
And what I'll get at Cracker Barrel later today. I'm going to be thinking about that all day. What am I going to get at Cracker Barrel?
To make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come
The
up
Chiefs
on
have 4
2nd down.
total yards. 15 total yards, excuse me.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota.
Uh-oh. Well, he tried to spin. How do you spin when you're in the fucking pocket anyway?
In there to sack it.
Well, I try to do it, my quarterback will just throw it to the guy who circles.
Most games, I wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Third and long, good luck.
To throw
Oh.
Mariota. And he's got some space.
Maybe he doesn't need luck. He fumbled again.
Mariota had it jarred
Oh my
loose,
God.
and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
He's got to start sliding, man. But 4 turnovers now.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because
2 fumbles and 2
never be a
interceptions.
fumble from what we hear from coaches all
Good
the time,
grief.
right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach
Slide,
it, talk
bitch.
about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it
He's
over.
trying to get the first
Yet there are
down.
humans out there running around, and we
Come
just
on,
all know
Chiefs.
they're
Somebody take advantage here. This game is wide open. It's like a battle of who wants to lose more.
Last go around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few
This is
times.
madness.
On offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
This is madness. Madness.
On the run, this
Oh, look,
is
another run that goes
right
nowhere.
inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Mercifully, this game is coming up on the 2-minute warning in the first half. It can't be over fast enough, in all honesty.
Wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he'll work it inside.
That was a positive play for once.
29-yard line.
3rd and 3.
Reception good for
2-minute
7.
warning coming up.
It's 3rd down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? big tight end curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers,
if I was on this Titans defense right now, I'd be pissed.
Right there, that should be pitch and catch.
It's not
the
offense.
Chiefs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. The Chiefs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith.
Oh,
and it's complete.
by God, they converted a 3rd down. They got yards. The Chiefs can double up here. They get the ball to start the second half, too.
Smith finding his fellow Pro Bowler Kelsey.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw.
Oh, my God. 3 yards on the ground.
At the 21.
They got to feel like, he's got to feel like Emmitt Smith right now.
I do know from experience that when you slow
given
down
how he's been able to run today.
You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I wonder if Adrian Peterson will play next year. That's a random thought I just had.
2nd down. Here's Smith.
Oh, my God, a first down. 1st and goal, Kansas City. Woohoo! Can they not fuck this up? And if you're Mike Malarkey, you just got to be sick to your stomach right now.
And they are back out and ready to rock.
Speaking of being sick to your stomach, hey, Bengals fans, you guys got Marvin Lewis for 2 more years and Bill Lazor, the suck-ass offensive coordinator. Oh, Bengals, come on. Everybody in the world knows you're an idiot.
Throwing is Smith. And that is caught.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City. Albert Wilson.
Hey, one of these two teams finally did something.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline.
Whoa, pylon cam's broken. Look out.
This for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York.
54 seconds and 3 timeouts. Just enough time for Marcus Mariota to turn the ball over again.
Communicate with the referee at the game site.
Looks like a touchdown to me, Jim. Well, I don't know. As you can see here, he goes to the ground. That ball bobbles. Going on the field stands. I'm just shocked that one of these teams finally did something.
Butker now to add the extra point.
Butker. If only it was with 2 T's.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
$54 seconds. All right. The only thing the Titans haven't done is give up a safety.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Probably a good idea that he had to run that back. Gives them less time to turn it over again. Now watch him get serious and drive down and score a touchdown here. Hey, Eric Weems, nice to see you didn't call for a fair catch like you did every time you return something in Atlanta.
Some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. First down, Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Nice, no gain there.
A little too far at second down. Well, speaking of incomplete passes, we had a very controversial incomplete pass in Week 15 in that Steelers-Patriots game, did we not?
In the city of Pittsburgh, it wasn't incomplete.
Right, yeah. For them, it's they won.
If
they
you're
won,
a Steelers fan, that was not an incomplete pass. That was a touchdown. But by letter of the law, having to catch a football as a receiver's going to the ground, he has to survive the ground, holding onto the football firmly.
Actually, no, he dropped it. Never mind.
The problem is, you put 100 people in the room.
Better than turning it over.
So
Let's be real.
Going forward is, does that rule need to be changed?
Well, the competition committee tried to define it clearly 2 years ago. I think they'll be back here this spring, once again trying to clearly define what is a catch, because right now, a lot of people are confused.
Might as well just hand it off, make him burn a timeout.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be
pathetic.
Another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee.
Boom.
Corks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at about the 14.
Tyreek Hill. Only made a couple of guys miss.
Good return there. Call it 13.
Well, with one timeout and how they've moved the ball from this field position today, they're not going anywhere.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how.
Nah, nobody else is exactly getting open right now. Apart from that last little drive after that other fumble.
Here's Hunt.
Yeah, they're going to the half.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And before this second down play,
they ran it and then called that timeout.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Idiots.
So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout.
I don't know why they called that timeout. The Titans call timeout now. I'm going to throw my controller.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right around the 31. Just a couple
And
on
we
the
will go
ground
to
there. That's gonna
halftime.
bring up third and about
Chiefs
6.
up 14-7.
So many times
Lucky
we
that
look
the
at a short
Titans aren't
run
up
and we
like
praise the
27-7
offense for
or
trying to set
something.
the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to our EA Sports
Somehow the
studios
Chiefs are
in
winning.
Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports
Funny.
halftime report. The Chiefs are
Seriously,
up
look at
right
the
now
numbers.
and are looking to keep up the pressure moving
4
forward.
takeaways.
The Titans just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now, early in the second, Mariota connecting on a pass into coverage. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 13-yard line.
Oh, my God.
Titans now later on the drive. On the carry, it's the big bruiser, Derrick Henry. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown, as that evens the score at 7-7. Following the forced fumble, Wilson's got the reception, and this play will go for 6.
That was a hell of a
The Chiefs
catch.
up by a touchdown. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
The Chiefs need to start playing like a team that's taking the ball away 4 times.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past
I don't
the
think
20.
the Chiefs have had a legit
at
drive
about the
all day long.
21-yard line.
This game is so dull.
Here comes
And
the
again, these
Chiefs
games, these
offensive
simulations
unit.
don't really get
To
interesting until the
begin
fourth quarter.
number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a first down throw. It's
Alex
Smith.
Smith on the run.
And an alley to run.
Hopefully he
He's
won't
able to
fumble.
get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
I need a nap. That's what I need.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Ooh, first down.
Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
Space
That's why
game.
sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the
Football in
flat,
space.
let him have a
Where's
chance
the
to
Super
make
Bowl
people
going to be
miss
in
an
space?
open
Wouldn't that be crazy? The Super Bowl in space. The Super Bowl in Antarctica. Brilliant. Metallica played a concert in Antarctica. We're digging to
They'll run
Antarctica.
it now out of the gun. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right.
What about
through him.
WrestleMania?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a
I
second
can't
and
speak,
9.
man. I'm so fucking tired.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick
Told you I
with
need a
it.
nap.
Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But
I'll
that
take a
also
nap
doesn't
right
mean
after
you just
this.
do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Smith now on second down.
Alex Smith
And a 42
rolls forward for a few yards.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. And Robinson with
Got
a
it.
big catch.
First down, Chiefs.
And they pick up the first
Best
down
looking
there
drive
with
of the
a gain
day.
4.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. This is Hunt.
Oh, that last juke. If he'd have got him with that last juke move, he'd still be running.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Oh, that was a terrible play.
And he probably should have
That
given
was
that
god
one
awful.
off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB,
Well, they're going
they
to
wanna
knock the
take
shit
it,
out of
they
the
wanna
QB if
take
they
it
get a
big.
free
And
shot.
they got it there on the option play for a loss. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Now it's Smith.
Oh, they got it.
Cade Wilson. And they
Gunslinger
get him to
Alex
the
for the
ground, but he
win.
got all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Albert Wilson's having a hell of a day.
3rd with a gain of 22.
Who would have called that?
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Can't believe the Chiefs have moved the ball this well for this long.
Here with Hunt. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Chiefs had the ball the entire quarter so far. Seriously, how awkward is John Gruden going to be tomorrow? I can't wait. Gruden won't be awkward, but he'll just be funny regardless.
Here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he will lose lose yardage here back
Yeah, I don't agree with that play call.
Line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them.
Said that already.
They couldn't get any leverage up front and move people
aside
in order to run the ball.
All right, Butker comes back.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal
40-yard
unit.
field goal.
That's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Butker able to put this
it's
one
good.
through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points.
4 turnovers and only up by 10. And with the way the Titans have moved the ball, it's like, how the hell did you turn it over 4 times?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some
momentum. The Titans better be careful about trying to get big plays here. It looked like they've had a bunch today, but they didn't end well.
Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get about
forward
3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average.
You know what I just thought of? I mentioned earlier how the Chiefs probably wouldn't want John Gruden coming in this week. Andy Reid and John Gruden are really close.
From the gun.
So I would, you know what, I changed my mind. I bet there's no drama there since Andy Reid and John Gruden are such good friends, actually. I didn't think of that. How did I forget that? How did I forget that, man? Talk about John Gruden. I tell you what, man, I love coming to Kansas City, man. God, don't you just love this place, man? Kansas City.
Bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it
I
in there,
tell you what,
and
man,
they were able to successfully complete
I
that
can't
one.
wait till the next time I come back here, man. He says man a lot. John Gruden is one of my favorite people ever in football. I wish him well. I'm going to miss John Gruden on Monday nights. That's for damn sure. I don't know who the fuck they're going to replace him with. I'm sure it'll suck. Because you can't replace John Gruden. He's been so good on Monday Night Football. He's been the one saving grace for Monday Night Football.
Because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people,
get Pat McAfee, damn it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Derrick Henry.
Pat McAfee can be the Tony Romo of ESPN.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Wouldn't surprise if they put Randy Moss up there. Randy Moss's personality, so they probably look at him and say, yeah, Randy Moss. I tell you who they won't put up there. Rex Ryan, for God's sake. Jesus Christ. That one West Coast Monday night game he had to call. He was awful. And from a guy like Rex Ryan, you would expect, well, uh-oh, Mariota's going to fumble again. He actually held on to it. But anyway, Rex Ryan was terrible. You would have thought he'd have been much better. Rich Eisen said he blamed the PG environment of network TV. Because, you know, Rex Ryan had to keep it politically correct. And Rex Ryan is widely known as not being the most politically correct guy in the world of football. But when you're on network TV, your hands are kind of tied. And I would agree with that, but still, regardless, let's not do that ever again with Rex Ryan.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
What the fuck? What was that receiver doing?
His intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
Too much mustard. I don't like, I tell you, I don't like mustard on my footballs, man. Mustard goes on hot dogs. My Gruden impression's kind of lost it. I can't do it as good as I used to. I swear my John Gruden impression used to be good.
Throwing is Mariota. And he hits his
wow.
Matthews. And he gets it to the 32.
Can't get excited though. I've learned that lesson about the Falcons this year. Every time I get excited about them moving the ball, they turn it over. So I'm never happy until they get in the end zone. I was spoiled by last year's Falcons. Had to learn that lesson the hard way this year.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there.
They're down.
29.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Mariota.
Thank God it wasn't intercepted. That's really all you can say at this point.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Wow. You're kidding.
He's gonna go. They're not gonna get him.
A kick 6.
The 20, 10.
Damn, what BS. Well, it's the most bizarre simulation I've ever seen. Wouldn't that be running into the kicker? There's a different when you block it. I've always been confused on those rules. I know the difference between roughing and running into, but what if you block it and also hit the kicker at the same time?
Butker on for the PAT.
It'd be fun if they block this and run it back for 2.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Boy, Madden really seems to think there's going to be a series of unfortunate events that goes the Chiefs' way. Poor Titans. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Thought they were playing Naomi's entrance music. That's what it sounded like in the background a little bit.
This will be fielded at the 6.
And it's a fumble, run back for a touchdown.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 28.
He got walloped.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of
I got nothing here, guys.
That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Itching to take this nap here shortly. Should take a nap earlier, but I'm a dumbass. I never sleep when I need to. I only sleep when it's not good.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down,
Mariota's going to fumble again. Here it comes.
And some space here. It comes, and he
there it is. God almighty. Have mercy. Well.
Touchdown, Kansas City. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's...
Do you think this game's over?
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
That's rough, fam. I'll let this simulation go on a little bit longer before we super sim it and call it a day. What do you think? Even though we know this game is over at this point.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
This is a bizarre one. This is one for the ages right here.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks
Yeah, no
away
shit.
following that
I
fumble
told
return.
you, the moment he took off, I was like, yep, he's fumbling.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he
Well, at
gets
least somebody
this one
from
up just shy
Tennessee
of the
can carry the ball and hold
35-yard
on to
line
it.
at the 34. Derrick
This
Henry
is
trots back out
insane.
there and gets ready to go. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
I need to go to sleep before I get hungry again. I'm already bored. I was going to say I need to sleep before I get bored.
So the
False
false
start. I'm already bored, but I need to go to sleep before I get hungry again. That's for damn sure.
False start. Offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
What a douchebag. Sorry, I was just scrolling Facebook and I saw a douchebag. Takes one to know one, so it's okay that I said it.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over
Trust
the
me, I'm
middle.
not the coolest guy in the
And he's able to
world.
take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Oh my
A gain of
God.
6 there on first.
For the love of fuck's sake. Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick. What? Oh dear God.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And some room to maneuver.
Uh-oh, he spun. Okay, he did a spin move and didn't fumble.
45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I'll read the comments on this. This comment made me laugh. Olivia Munn is a selfish, conceited sociopath, batshit crazy psychopath. With that said, Olivia Munn all day. I agree. Oh man, Danica Patrick is cancer.
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Jesus Christ, Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick. What a nightmare. Poor Rodgers. He's really gone off the deep end.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Oh, we gotta do something to make the rest of this game. I guess I'll let this game play out, even though I know it's over. But when I saw this Aaron Rodgers, Danica Patrick news, ugh.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15.
Olivia Munn's hot, though.
Mariota
She may be crazy, but she's quite attractive.
Matthews. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Danica's not crazy. Danica's just a cunt. I do know that. Danica's a complete bitch.
And got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move.
God help Aaron
direction.
Rodgers.
Then
What
you
has
really
he
don't run
done?
the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half.
And Danica's a Bears fan. This is the ultimate treason. She's supposed to be a Chicago Bears fan.
He'll go down.
They got sacked. What else is new?
The outside linebacker.
This one guy made a good point. Maybe Rodgers and Danica are a great pair. They both love themselves. Yeah.
Done to adjust and account for that.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
God, the Titans have just... Ugh.
Offense.
I'm not even looking at the screen now. I'm just reading
that one will be
Facebook.
accepted.
Still 3rd down.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throw right
Oh my God, it wasn't intercepted.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create.
The Ravens would be in the playoffs if they asked Madden on 4th down play against the Bengals.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Oh, God. Yeah, the Ravens had a 94% chance of making it. Uh-oh.
And he takes it
Well,
down
if he'd
to
have
the
scored.
13 and picks up the first. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there. But on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the first down.
Red zone opportunity. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start. Offense. Still 1st down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Reading this article about the alleged potential. See, until we know for sure, this is all alleged and potential. You got to use those words. The drama in New England between Bill Belichick and Bob Kraft and Tom Brady. It's all alleged. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. But it's a juicy rumor, that's for damn sure, and I'm getting a kick out of it.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now we've got movement up front.
Another goddamn false start.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Well, they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Mariota. That's incomplete,
dropped.
but there is a flag.
There is
down,
a flag.
So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Illegal touching, offense.
Oh, illegal touching. Went out of bounds, came back in. Hot damn. It's 4th down. So, while this game is boring, I will go ahead and read this to you. Details emerge of dysfunction among Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and Robert Kraft. Now, I'm not one to rumor monger, but where there's smoke, there's fire, and it would make sense that there's a little bit. This could be well overblown, but after this 4th down play, I'll read it anyway.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it.
Anyway, details emerge of dysfunction. Blah 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 blah. Okay. On Thursday night, it was reported that Seth Wickersham of ESPN.com was reportedly dropping a bombshell article detailing the dysfunction and reported rift amongst the New England Patriots empire. For almost 2 decades, Bill Belichick has managed to subvert the egos of his best player, his boss, and himself for the good of the team, yielding historic results. This year, though, the dynamics have been different. False start again. Good God, are the Titans trying to break the record for false starts in this game? The rift was between the team's longtime QB, Tom Brady, its longtime head coach, Bill Belichick, and team owner, Robert Kraft. This is from ESPN. According to interviews with more... Now, before I read this, ESPN's become about as credible as Fox News, so take this all with a big-ass grain of salt. I'm just reading it because it's interesting. Because if it is true, holy shit. According to interviews with more than a dozen New England staffers, executive players, and league sources with knowledge of the team's inner workings, the 3 most powerful people in the franchise, Belichick, Brady, and Robert Kraft, have had serious disagreements. That's the play. They differ on Brady's trainer, body coach, and business partner, Alex Guerrero, who seems like a scumbag from what I can tell, over the team's long-term plans at quarterback, over Belichick's bracing coaching style, and most of all, over who will be the last man standing. Those interviewed describe a palpable sense in the building that this might be the last year together for this group. The first potential sign of a rift came when Brady's trainer, Alex Guerrero, began giving advice to Patriots players, telling them to not listen to Belichick or the team doctors. In August, receiver Julian Edelman blew out his knee, costing him the season, and there was a hypersensitivity among players, in the words of a Patriots coach, over who could take his place. New players felt the surest way to earn Tom Brady's trust was to join Rob Gronkowski, Danny Amendola, and others by seeking advice from Guerrero at his TB12 clinic, not team doctors, which is what Belichick preferred. Another false start. What is going on? I'm totally distracted by all these false starts. Anyway, early on in the 2017 season, Belichick wanted to discuss these issues with Tom regarding Guerrero. Guerrero would often blame Patriots trainers for injuries while offering few insightful opinions of his own, and Belichick quickly realized inviting him had been a mistake. And so in 2014, he eliminated Guerrero's access to those meetings while keeping him on as a team consultant. That was the same year Tom Brady and Guerrero decided to market their business as revolutionary, the same year that Brady began to speak unwaveringly about playing into his mid-40s, and the same year that Belichick drafted Jimmy Garoppolo out of Eastern Illinois, the first sign that Belichick was invested in a future that did not include the quarterback who had changed his life and
I
legacy.
think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way
Scroll
downfield,
down.
but once they got their backs to the
Fourth and goal.
line,
Let's watch this fourth and
they
goal
really
play,
turned
then I'll read the rest of the
Yeah, they
article.
let 'em get all the
We're
way
talking
down
about the
here. Now the
Patriots
field
doing the
shrinks.
Titans-Chiefs
They struggle to
simulations.
convert, and that last incompletion brings up
Gotta do
fourth.
something to make this interesting. Make the stop here, Kansas City.
Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And they will not
Ah,
be able to hook
that's funny.
up there. It's incomplete.
Another issue between the coach and quarterback came during Belichick's brutally honest film sessions on how Tom Brady began getting frustrated at the way Bill was criticizing his performances. Okay, this next part of the article makes total sense to me because
spending a little capital.
it was the Texans-Patriots playoff game last year. And I was pissed the fuck off watching that game because I wanted Houston to win to knock the Patriots out of the playoffs to make it easier for the Falcons to win the Super Bowl, and you saw what happened. But the frustrating thing about that game is how the Houston Texans could have easily beat the Patriots. Tom Brady played like shit against Houston in the playoffs last year. We know Houston 100% has a rock-solid defense. Tom Brady played like garbage. They won that game because Brock Osweiler threw multiple interceptions himself. Deion Lewis ran a kickback for a touchdown. They made up for Brady's ineptitude in other areas.
Begin the drive with Hunt.
And that playoff
And he's gonna
game
be taken
against
down
Houston,
right
I remember I
about
was
the
talking to my
15-yard
friends
line. Give him a
at the
couple
time,
on
and I
the carry
said,
there,
Tom
second
Brady
and 8.
is still great and on his best day, and on his worst days, better than the average quarterback by far. But that game right there showed me that the brick wall's coming. He's going to start slowing down. He's going to start having these games more often. And I'm right because he's got 5 interceptions in his last 5 games. He's throwing a pick every game now. He hasn't been playing that great lately. Look at how he played in Miami a few weeks ago. Okay, and even the games they've won, like when they beat the Bills both times, Brady was not that great against the Bills either time. So he's still really good, but he's starting to show early signs of slowing down. But until the wheels completely fall off, he's going to be fine. I'm just saying, he's 41. It's going to happen. So anyway, the rest of this article goes on to say, people close to Tom believe that it started after last year's playoff win over the Houston Texans, in which Tom Brady only completed 18 of 38 passes and threw 2 interceptions. Belichick lit into him in front of the entire team in a way nobody had ever seen, ripping Tom for carelessness with the ball. This will get us beat, Belichick told the team after replaying a Brady interception. We're lucky to get away with a win. The criticism has continued this year, as Brady has been hit a lot and battled various injuries. Atypically, he's missed a lot of practices, and in the team's private evaluations is showing the slippage of a 40-year-old QB, even as he is contending for the MVP and as deadly as ever with the game on the line. So that's my point. It's happening gradually. Some quarterbacks, it happens overnight. Peyton Manning happened overnight. Peyton Manning went from being typical Peyton Manning, league MVP, 55 touchdowns, whatever it was, and the next year he was just as good, and then out of the blue in late November 2014, he started slowing down, making mistakes, throwing interceptions, having bad games that carried into the playoffs. He was garbage in the playoffs against the Colts. The Broncos got whooped and sent home. And then by the start of next year, it was just clear, holy hell, Peyton Manning is toast. He's done. But within the first 4 or 5 games of 2015, you knew, yeah, this is it. Peyton ain't coming back next year. This is over. He got benched. Yeah, he was injured, but when he got healthy, they still didn't want to play him. It was done. Tom is just showing little subtle signs here and there, and this would make a lot of sense to me. So at the same time as his age has increased, Tom Brady has become an advocate of positive thinking. Belichick's negativity and cynicism have gotten old. Brady has told other Patriots players and staff he feels he has accomplished enough that he shouldn't have to endure so much grief. That's fair, I think. And then there was the whole Jimmy Garoppolo situation and how Bill Belichick didn't want to trade Jimmy G, but was forced to after a meeting with owner Robert Kraft. Belichick understood how much Brady had meant to the franchise and had always insisted privately that he wouldn't move on from Brady unless he could convince the coaching staff of it. But the reality was that no quarterback has ever played at a championship level into his 40s. Complicating matters even more was that Belichick didn't want to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. He had passed on dealing him last spring when Garoppolo was in high demand. In early September, Belichick did trade third-string quarterback Jacoby Brissett to the Colts for wide receiver Philip Dorsett. If we trade Jimmy, we're the Cleveland Browns with no succession plan, one person inside the organization said earlier in the year. The Patriots reportedly offered Garoppolo a 4-year contract extension in the $17 million to $18 million range annually that would go higher if and when he succeeded Tom Brady. Garoppolo and Yee rejected the offers out of hand for reasons that remain unclear, and the Patriots knew they couldn't make any promises to Garoppolo about the timing of a transition at quarterback without it getting back to Tom Brady. 2 weeks before the November 1st trade deadline, Belichick met with Kraft to discuss the quarterback situation. According to staffers, the meeting ran long, lasting half a day and pushing back Belichick's other meetings. The office was buzzing. The meeting ended with a clear mandate to Belichick: trade Garoppolo because he would not be in the team's long-term plans, and then, once again, find the best quarterback in the draft and develop him. Belichick was furious and demoralized, according to friends. But in the end, he did what he asked of his players and coaches. He did his job. Whether or not Brady actually went directly to Robert Kraft to force Jimmy G out the door wasn't mentioned in this article, but Brady's reaction to the trade was interesting. Brady, though, seemed liberated. Kraft hugged Brady when he saw him that week, in full view of his teammates. A few days later, during practice, some players and staffers noticed that Brady seemed especially excited, hollering and cajoling. Brady was once again the team's present and future. His new backup, Brian Hoyer, was a longtime friend and not a threat. The owner is in Brady's corner. He won, a Patriots staffer says. Belichick, Brady, and Kraft were reportedly scheduled to meet in December to clear the air, but that meeting has not taken place, which leads many to believe that Belichick's tenure in New England could be coming to an end soon. If all of this is true, if any of this is true, if even a fraction of this is true, that is earth-shattering. The entire league, well, really the AFC for damn sure, goes as the Patriots go. The Patriots organization to the NFL is what LeBron James is to the entire NBA. The whole league revolves around them. This is a big deal. And it all seems plausible. I mean, I'm not in the building. We're not in the building. This is all speculation from a guy who thinks he knows something. Or a guy who allegedly has the inside track on this. But once again, it is from ESPN. And ESPN is just shit now, and they're desperate to break anything. Either way, how can you not be interested in this? I mean, that's just fascinating. All the signs are there, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
So the penalty by the offense,
I don't know who to side with. I'd probably lean towards Belichick. Belichick is the man. He's the coach. He's the genius. He knows what he's talking about. I should probably stop talking about the Patriots and get back to looking at this fucking game that's still going on.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So, that's the two big stories of today. Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers are fucking around, and New England could be in a world of shit. And I'll tell you who's not in the world of shit. Bill Belichick's not in the world of shit. He can walk away. It's going to be Robert Kraft that's stuck holding the bag for this fuck up if it turns out to be true in any way, shape, or form.
Mariota now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Face mask.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Don't tell me it's another Titans false start.
I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start. Offense.
And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards
Let's
to
see what
go.
the Twitter world thinks about this New England shit. I'm just totally all up in that. The Patriots, Bill Belichick is so fascinating to me. Brady as well.
But this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
For all we know, this Patriot stuff could be fake news.
Digging in again here. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Delaney Walker, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's
This guy posted on Twitter, nobody was talking shit about the Patriots to give them bulletin board material, so the Patriots shit talked themselves right before the playoffs. So man, Belichick is a genius. That's funny.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
So now what do you do as it comes back to the 7?
I think you stick with your strategy. You've already told your team you're going for 2. You dial up a different play. The only saving grace,
the Patriots are just fascinating to me.
If you decide to throw the ball,
they really are.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
48 minutes ago. Joint statement from Patriots Chairman, CEO Robert Kraft, Head Coach Bill Belichick, and QB Tom Brady.
His throw's going to be incomplete.
I will read this statement. Not that anybody's going to be watching at this point in the video.
Should have been picked.
For the past 18 years, the three of us have enjoyed a very good and productive working relationship. In recent days, there have been multiple media reports that have speculated theories that are unsubstantiated, highly exaggerated, or flat out inaccurate. The three of us share a common goal. We look forward to the enormous challenge of competing in the postseason and the opportunity to work together in the future, just as we have for the past 18 years. It is unfortunate that there is even a need for us to respond to these fallacies. As our actions have shown, we stand united. I trust the Pats.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
Onside kick.
And the Chiefs are going to
oh, shocker, they didn't recover it.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
I think it's safe to say, as soon as this play's over, I'm going to pause it and super sim it and get the fuck out of here and go take my nap.
Smith with a give to Hunt.
Wow.
They find some open field here.
Super Sam.
Inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs.
I can't Super Sam.
Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as...
Huh.
It was
I thought
right
you
back
could
in the
Super
first,
Sam
doesn't
when
it?
you're
I
watching
do
the game.
believe someone put a lot of time
I guess I was
in the
wrong. Now I won't
offseason
even let me
and
pause
continues
it.
to
So
condition
congratulations, you
during
get
the
another play.
season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run again with Hunt. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Okay, well, you guys get the picture. Chiefs kicked the shit out of the Titans in the simulation. I want to go take a nap now. Sorry for making you guys suffer through that. God bless anybody who watched any of this. I had nothing important to say. See you next time for the Panthers and the Saints. I think that's what I'll do next. See ya.